My name is Felise Dominguez. On October 9th, my life changed in the most dramatic way. That was the day the deadly Northern California wildfires totally destroyed over 5,600 homes in Sonoma County, one of which was mine. It was hard for me to realize that everything was gone. My home, all of my personal possessions, but most importantly, all of my cherished family photos and keepsakes. I took comfort in the knowledge that I had good insurance coverage, which presumably would make it possible for me to rebuild my home. I met with my first insurance adjuster for about 3 times, and then I was reassigned to another adjuster. It soon became clear that it wasn't going to be an easy process to settle my insurance claim. Difficult communication channels with my out-of-state adjuster, as well as shifting information and questions from the insurance company's home office, increased my concern about how I was going to be able to negotiate a reasonable settlement for my claim. It was then that I came to the conclusion that I would need an advocate to represent me in my negotiations, or should I say battles, with my insurance company. When people asked me why I was hiring Greenspan, I explained that it just made sense to me. After all, I hire a CPA to do my taxes. I would hire an attorney to handle important legal matters. Why wouldn't I have an experienced private adjuster handle my negotiations with my insurance company? Especially since many of the discussions with my insurance adjuster seemed somewhat adversarial in tone. After all, this insurance claim represented the most significant financial assets I owned, my home and all of my possessions. I had never submitted a large claim before, so I had no personal experience in how to manage the often frustrating and complex process. I met with Richard, who clearly explained the services of Greenspan, and he told me that I would be assigned a team of experienced professionals who would manage my claim process from the start all the way to the resolution of the claim. Tim is my attorney, Jody handled the personal property inventory, and Jim is my building expert. All of my team have several years of experience in their specific areas and many years of dealing with the insurance claim process itself. Obviously, they were in a much better position to negotiate my claim than I as an office to the process. To me, however, the most extraordinary part of my experience with Greenspan was the genuine concern and personal interest Richard and the rest of my team have shown me all during these very emotional and trying months after the fire. There have been times when I have felt overwhelmed by the multitude of obstacles I needed to overcome, the biggest of which was worrying about whether I would have enough insurance money to rebuild my house. No matter when I called, even on Sundays, Richard and Tim returned my calls immediately. Besides giving me the information I needed, they always gave me reassurance that the process would be successful. I guess you could say that on more than one occasion, Richard talked me off of the ledge. They made me feel that they were there for me and that they were willing and able to fight for every dollar of insurance money I had paid for and deserved given the scope of my loss. Their very sensitive responses to my concerns and reassuring support has certainly helped me during these past 9 months. I feel that I have a positive future ahead and will be able to rebuild my house and ultimately my life. Through their methodical and professional approach in dealing with my insurance company, I am pleased to say I have been able to max out my building insurance policy limits and in a time frame far sooner than any of my neighbors who chose to handle their own negotiations. Thank you, Richard, Tim, Jody, and Jim. With your help, I find myself hopeful and even a little excited as I look forward to my home rebuilding project. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without you.